Good morning, students. In our last class, we have studied development of male gametophyte. In this class, we will discuss development of female gametophyte. We are much aware with the term gametophyte. Gametophytic generation contains all cells in which there is single set of genome, haploid genome. So, how does it produce? So, the female wall in a flower is known as gynoecium. Gynoecium is the female wall of a flower, and it is made up of individual units known as carpel. A carpel is made up of three parts. The very first thing is stigma. Style and ovary. So, the female wall of a flower is called gynoecium, and the gynoecium is made up of individual unit called carpel, and a carpel has three parts. Stigma is an opening, style is a channel, is a tube, and ovary is a flask-shaped structure in which ovules are present. What are ovules? Then, ovules are the structure in which the female gametophyte will develop. You can say ovule is a future seed, and ovule is arranged inside the ovary. The arrangement of ovule inside ovary is called placentation. So, we just define it one by one. A stigma is an opening in the carpel. A stigma is an opening in the carpel, and the landing site of pollen grains, the male gametophytes. For being a sexual reproduction, syngamy of male gamete and female gamete is necessary. Now, the fusion of male gamete and female gamete will occur through some process in which the male gametophyte pollen grain will land on stigma, and from there the pollen grain will develop a tube which will germinate or grow towards the ovary. The growth of pollen tube towards ovary is called chemotrophy movement, because it is the growth of the tube is direction towards the ovary, and the stimulus is chemical of the ovary. That's why it is chemotropic. Now, a stigma provides the landing site. The stigma is the landing site of pollen grains. A stigma is an opening in the carpel, and landing sites of pollen grain. Now the cells of a stigma verify whether the pollen which has landed belongs to their species or not. If they do not belong to their species, then they do not allow the pollen grain to form tube. In some species, in some plant varieties which are genetically enabled to resist what we call, I just remembering the term, self-fertilization. So, if they belongs to the same variety, then the cells of the stigma do not let pollen grain form the tube. Such varieties are called self-incompatible plant varieties. It is some kind of outbreeding devices. So we will discuss it later also in detail. We focus here that the stigma is the opening site of carpel and the landing site for pollen grains. It verifies the pollen whether they are right pollen grains or not. They are the right species pollen. The pollen grain is from them. Pollen grain belongs to their species or not. So, stigma cells verify the pollen grain and allow them to form tube if they belong to their species. Okay, so it is all about stigma. Now, style. Style, I am dealing here this side. Style is provide passage for siphonogamy. फर्टिलाइजेशन के लिए पॉलन ट्यूब का फॉर्मेशन होना जरूरी है और पॉलन ट्यूब के फॉर्मेशन का जो रास्ता होगा वो स्टाइल के थ्रू होगा. तो स्टाइल प्रोवाइड्स पैसेज फॉर साइफोनोगैमी. द मोड ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन इन प्लांट इज कॉल्ड साइफोनोगैमी. स्टाइल provides passage for siphonogamy. Ovary contains ovules. Ovary contains ovules. Ovary is the main female reproductive structure in which ovules are present. the presence of ovule or the arrangement of ovule inside ovary is called placentation. The arrangement of ovule inside ovary is called placentation. The ovules may be axially arranged, that is called axial placentation. They may be arranged towards the periphery, that is called parietal placentation. They may be free centrally placed. They may be basally placed. So, there are several types of placentation. So, ovules are the main female reproductive organ in which embryo sac develops. Okay, so we will see the structure of ovule. What is an ovule? When we will make the section of the ovary, we will find if it is axially placental. This is trilocular ovary, and ovules may be arranged in them in such a way. So this is called axial placentation. If the ovules are arranged towards periphery, then it will be known as parietal placentation. So, when we will see the detailed structure of the ovule, the stalk-like structure which adds it with the placenta is called funicle. This is called funicle, the stalk-like structure which joins the ovule inside ovary to the placenta, and the side from where the funicle is attached is called hilum. This is the mycopylate end. This is called chalazal end. There are two layers of integument, outer integument and this one is inner integument. So, due to the presence of two layers of integument, angiosperms are also known as bitegmic. And in gymnosperm, there is a single layer of integument. That's why they are known as unitegmic. So it is also a basic difference between gymnosperm and angiosperm. So, the mass or the cells which are enclosed inside the integument are called nucells. the cells inside integument which are nutritive in nature, which will provide nutrition to the developing embryo sac, are called nucellus. The cells inside integument are called nucellus. Nucellus provide nutrition to developing embryo sac. So, one of the cell inside nucellus behave as megaspore mother cell. They grow in size and known as MMC, megaspore mother cell. Okay. Now we will see the formation of embryo sac inside nucellus. Okay. Formation of embryo sac. Formation of embryo sac. Embryo sac is the female gametophyte. Ovules, inside ovules, one embryo sac develops in angiospermic plant, and that is female gametophyte. How does it form? We will see it in this session. One of the cells inside nucellus develop as megaspore mothers, MMC. Now this cell will go for meiotic division, and result in formation of 4 cells. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, the formation of embryo sac are of many types, and this all depends upon the fact that if 4 cells are produced from meiotic division, how many cells are involved in the formation of embryo sac? Because here MMC is 2N, but after meiosis all cells are haploid. The embryo sac formation will be known as monosporic embryo sac formation if 3 cells will be degenerated, and the single haploid cell will initiate the process of embryo sac formation, then it is called monosporic embryo formation. 1 MMC resulted in the formation of 4 spores, 3 gets degenerated, and 1 starts the process of embryo formation. It is called monosporic embryo formation. If 2 degenerates and 2 starts the process of embryo sac formation, then it is called bisporic embryo sac formation. So, if here will be the case when two degenerates and 2 plays the role in formation of embryo sac, that is bisporic. And entire 4 When entire four plays the role, then it is called tetrasporic. Tetrasporic embryo sac formation. So here mitotic division will occur and two cells will be produced. Then again mitosis, 2, again mitosis, 2 to 4, again mitosis, and this time 4 this side, 4 this side, 8 cell stage. Now compartment will occur. From both sides, one nuclei will come in center, known as polar nuclei. 3 cells will be produced this side. They are known as antipodal cells. One egg cell will produce here and one 2 cyanergid cells. So this is 8 cell, 7 cell, 8 nucleated structure, which is known as embryo sac. Embryo sac. Matured embryo sac is 7 cell, 3 antipodal cells. These are antipodal cells. Antipodal. These are polar nuclei. Polar nuclei. And this one is egg, and there are 2 cyanergid cells. Cyanergid cells, both sides of the egg. So this was monosporic. This is bisporic, and this is tetrasporic. In bisporic, mitosis will occur, result in the formation of directly 4 stages. Here 4 will go for mitosis and will directly enter there by mitosis division. So this was monosporic embryo sac formation, this was bisporic embryo sac formation, this is tetrasporic embryo sac formation. So this is the development mechanism of gametophyte. How female gametophyte develops in plant. I just conclude the entire session once again. The female reproductive structure is known as gynoecium. Gynoecium is made up of carpel. Carpel is divided into 3 parts. Ovary contains ovule. Inside ovule is made up of 2 layers of integument, and the cells inside integument is known as nucellus, or the tissue is called nucellus. One of the cell inside nucellus behave as megaspore mother cell and goes for meiotic division. And in that meiotic division, 4 spores are produced. Now, if 3 degenerates and 1 goes for embryo sac formation by the cell division of mitosis, then it is called monosporic embryo sac formation. If 2 degenerate and 2 goes for embryo sac formation, it is called bisporic embryo sac formation. If no one degenerate and all the 4 spores goes for mitotically division and formation of embryo sac, then it is called tetrasporic embryo sac formation. In a matured embryo sac, or a matured embryo sac is a 7-celled, 8 nucleated cell. 8 nucleuses produces 4 one side, 1 end and 4 other end. Then from both the end, 1 nuclei moves in the center and known as polar nuclei. Now 3 nucleuses at one pole at telogal end compartment itself, and 3 at the micropylar end. The middle one is egg cell and two cyanided cells are side by side of the egg cell. So 3 cells are here, 3 cells are here, and 2 polynuclei get compartmented, and it is diploid structure that this cell contains 2 nuclei. Now there are 7 cells in the embryo sac, but number of nucleus is 8. So a mature embryo sac is a 7-cell 8 nucleated stage. I think this is clear to all of you. Just go through the topic, see the book, look for, make your fair notes, and if you have any doubt, then please contact me. I am available at WhatsApp 7766824498. Thank you. Have a good day. Stay at home, stay safe. Bye.